Oh, you want to see what's in this big, thick fanny? Well, let me show you. Right here in this big, thick fanny are some essentials that I think you should have on hand while you're out and about all Pride Month to keep your ass in tip-top shape. Just a heads up, this video is not sponsored and it's gonna be a quickie. These are just some things that I keep on hand all month to keep my gut and my butt happy because let's be fucking real, they're gonna get some high mileage this month. Let's get right on in. And yes, for real, I did fit all of this in my big, thick fanny. If you only have one thing on you this Pride Month, it's lube. I like having my own lube on me because I don't have to rely on a hookup or a stranger really, having a lube that my body doesn't agree with. I know I love Uberlube, I've used it a million times, and I know that I can really take some dick with this stuff. Now, we all have our own preferences, but Uberlube is the #1 brand I recommend. I've been using it for years. It's silicone, and my body fucking loves it. Now, this is just to show y'all the bottle, but the cool thing about Uberlube is they actually have a travel size lube that comes in this nice little stainless steel container. So if you're flying, this will keep it from leaking also. This is what's going in our fanny pack. This is staying home for all of our other nasty adventures. If you're getting into butt stuff this Pride Month, I highly recommend sticking to silicone-based lube and leaving the water-based lube for your toys back at home. Silicone lube is gonna really help make sure that your butthole stays in commission all month long and beyond. All right, what else we got in here? A douche. This is the Bottoms Digest douche, and not only is it small and travel friendly, but it's gonna help make sure that you don't over douche. Listen, those giant bulbs don't fit in this fanny or that fanny. You gotta meet people where they're at, and during Pride Month, you could be prepping God knows where, a bathroom stall. I know people that prep in porta potties. You wanna keep things super easy. Those giant bulbs are gonna shoot water right past the rectosigmoid junction into the sigmoid colon, making prep time a total fucking nightmare. We want Pride Month to be joyful and happy, not a total nightmare. And by the way, don't get stressed. You don't have to remember all this stuff. Everything will be linked below. Moving on. Okay, so the next thing in our fanny might be a little less discreet, but a prostate stimulator is going to be amazing to have on hand. I prefer a hard plastic one because you want to be able to use it with silicone-based lube. If this is a silicone toy, you're gonna have to use water-based lube, and we don't have room for all that lube in here. We only have room for one type of lube. The other thing I like about these is they can really help stretch you out in a pinch if you're feeling really tight, but they can also help get any trapped water that you got stuck in there while douching. I'm telling you, put it in like this, put it in like that, put it in sideways, every angle you can think imaginable. Breathe in, and when you're pulling it out real slow, breathe out, and all that extra water is just going to come out effortlessly. A little bonus about having a prostate stimulator on hand is that they can also be great for the dipstick method. The dipstick method is when you're trying to figure out if you need to douche or if you've douched enough or anything like that. You simply insert this in, and if it comes out clean, bitch, you're ready to go. All right, the next thing in our fanny, this is really important, sluts, so listen up. Condoms. God, there's so many in here because you can't have too many on hand. Y'all, we get it. You're on prep, but prep isn't gonna save your ass from chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis. I find that these Trojan Raw Condoms are amazing. They feel like the real deal, and they're a much safer alternative than barebacking with a stranger. Now, this is a pro tip, and it is supplements. Think about it. You're at festivals, loud music, lots of dancing, getting hot, eating from food trucks, going to brunches. These are going to be a lifesaver all month long. But we don't have room in our fanny for all these bottles, so you gotta put them in Ziploc bags and label that shit. Some of y'all are gonna be getting in all kinds of things this month, and I'm not gonna stop you, nor am I gonna say don't do any of it. But you wanna make sure your allergy pills aren't getting mixed in with other things that are white, if you know what I mean. You don't have to label the bag specifically, but make sure you give that one a special name, and this one, allergy pills. Fiber supplements. We're going to brunches, we're eating at food trucks, we're doing all kinds of things that are outside of our normal routine. This is gonna keep our fiber game in check and keep our fiber goals moving forward. Having ibuprofen on hand is going to be a lifesaver. You're having a lot of anal sex, loud music giving you headaches, maybe just dancing and partying is aching your joints a little bit. Now, these are just some samples of what I would have on hand. You need to know what works best for your life, what supplements would help you out the most, and label your fucking bags. I can't stress that enough. If you take anything from this step, it's label your bags. Moving on. Some of us are gonna have the worst hangovers of our slutty little lives this month. Liquid IV. But even if you don't drink, being out in the heat, partying, dancing, all that kind of stuff, you're gonna want some sort of electrolyte boost to have on hand so that you're not dehydrated and you're feeling your best. A head up about liquid IVs though is that they also come in sugar-free. I personally am very sensitive to sugar-free alternatives. In fact, on the Bottoms Digest, I've talked before that sugar-free alternatives can cause a lot of diarrhea, constipation, bloating, so know where you fit in with that. Right. Now this is the last thing in my fanny pack. Just a reminder, this is my fanny pack. Your fanny pack might have different stuff in it depending on your lifestyle. Try to have some things on you that make you feel comfortable, at ease, and feeling your best. Alright, and the last thing in my fanny pack is Aquaphor. Yes, of course we can use this on our chapped ass lips because we've been screaming at every bar we've been at all month. But baby, this stuff is gonna help that chapped asshole out too. After a particularly tough trip to Pound Town, this, with maybe some preparation H even, could be really great for recovery. Alright, let's get this all back in my fanny. Happy Pride Month, y'all, and remember, keep that butt and gut happy all month long because you're still gonna be a massive slut come July. Let's be real. Bottoms up.